It's time to clean our Tosot mini split. If you've noticed a little bit of a smell coming from your mini split, it could be because it needs to be cleaned. Or if you just like to keep up with your mini split, it's recommended to clean these units once or even twice a year. Now, this particular Tosot mini split has been installed for right at 12 months now. So it's time to do its routine maintenance. We got to disassemble a little bit of it and we've got to clean it up. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. There's a couple of items that you're going to need if you're going to do this yourself. The first thing is a coil cleaner. I prefer this simple green coil cleaner. It's a foaming coil cleaner, and it is also a self-rinsing coil cleaner, although I still like to rinse it myself. But this is the most economical option, and you can actually spray it upside down as well, which I like. I really like this particular foaming cleaner from Simple Green. So that's the one I always use. You just can't beat it. Best bang for your buck, in my opinion. You'll also need one of these cleaning kits or hoods for the mini split. This is going to contain everything that you rinse out of the mini split during the cleaning process. I'll put a link in the description down below for this one. This one's very inexpensive. It's on Amazon, so check that out. The last thing that you're going to need, this is a kind of an optional thing, but you're going to need some way to clean those coils other than the self-rinsing action. So for that, I like this Cobalt sprayer. So this is a battery operated sprayer. It's basically a pump up sprayer, but I don't have to pump it up. It's got a battery in it. And I just fill it up with straight water. That's all you want to use. You don't want to use any chemicals. The chemicals in this particular spray can is approved for HVAC systems, coils. It won't damage them. You've got to be careful about that. So just a pump up sprayer will work. This is the one that I'm going to use. Now, the first thing that we need to do before we really get started disassembling this unit is to kill the power. So we're going to turn this unit off, and then we're actually going to switch the breaker off at the breaker box or the panel box. Right away, I'm noticing we've got quite a bit of dust and debris on parts of the mini split, even the cover. It needs cleaned, which this is a shop, so that's not really surprising. But it's telling me we really need to clean this unit. So what we need to do first is we need to just pop the cover open. There we are, there we are. And look at those filters. Probably the first thing you're going to want to do is just go ahead and take those filters out, and look how disgustingly dirty they are. This tells me that those coils need a deep cleaning. The filters are doing a good job, and that's one thing that I like about the Tosot brand. The filters are a little bit better than some of the other units that we've used. Okay, that is what your filter should look like. You should be able to see through it. To access the coils that we need to clean, we first need to take this cover off. And to take this cover off, we need to remove this LED light right here. So it's connected by this cable. And there's a little screw right here, just a Phillips screw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that screw out, and that will release this tab. Then we can take the actual cover off. Now, it is important to keep track of all of the small fasteners that you take out. They have specific locations they have to go back to. Now that we've got this screw removed, I need to take this lid off before I can actually remove that. So right up here, you've got these little tabs. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull to the right on this, and see how that loosens that up. So now I'm loose just by pulling to the right. It's just a little tab right here. Now I need to pull to the left on the other side. I'll have my assistant hold the camera for me. So I'm gonna pull to the left on this side, and see how that just pops right out, no problem. Now we need to pop this module off right here. Boom, there we go. very careful and delicately. And then you can just let that hang, and there's our lid. We can clean all this dirt up off the lid. I need to start removing some of these screws. First, I'm going to remove this Wi-Fi module. And once again, make sure you keep track of where your fasteners go. So there's the Wi-Fi module. Now I need to remove this cover, I think. Okay, there's our cover. That just pops out of there like that. Okay, we've got to take these 4 screws out of the front. There we go. I'm going to pop these little pins out of this shield right here. And then we can very delicately flex it out like so. There we go. Now we can clean that up. So now we've got these little tabs right here that we have to remove. And you can see they've got a little indentation on the bottom of them. So I'm going to take a little flat screwdriver here and just pry that tab up. There we go. And looky there, look what's hiding behind it. Phillips screw. So now we've got to pry up all 3 of those tabs and take those Phillips screws out. There's all 3 tabs. There's 3 screws out. Okay, here comes the fun part. So if you reach around the sides and the top, you can actually kind of pick up on the plastics slowly, like so. And the whole thing will end up coming off. And now you've got access to everything. Look how cool that is. So now we can actually clean up this entire shield. And once again, another reason why I like the Tosot units, they're easy to disassemble. So this entire unit just comes off at once. So you can see the amount of dust on the coils, just on the sides where it's crept around that filter. Overall, it's not horrible. Got some up here at the top, but we need to clean that out, okay? Here's another area that we need to clean, and this is very common. This is very common. So let me shed a light on this. Now look at our fan. So behind this grill right here that I'm touching, this plastic grill, you can see the squirrel cage style fan, and it's got a lot of dust on it. Next, I need to remove these little guards. You can see I've already removed one, so let me show you how to do it. Really, a flat screwdriver works quite well to just very, very delicately pry, because this is plastic. So it's just kind of tension fit in there. You can see how I'm just kind of popping it out. See that? It's very, very delicately right here. See that? Just pops those out, and that's going to get you a little bit more access. So there's 3 of them to do. All right, at this time we're going to install our cover to protect anything around the actual unit. They make different sizes. This one is just about right for this particular unit. Something like that. And there is an up and a down and all that. There we go. Now we've got our hose to put on down here. That just slips over it like that. And then you put the bottom of this hose obviously in a bucket, so anything that comes off of this unit or gets splashed around will hit the bottom of this, and it will drain into the bucket. I've got this front curtain right here, and I'm actually going to put it, I'm just going to kind of drape it right there over the electronics. That's where I want it to be. I don't want to risk getting water where it doesn't belong, even though we've got the power turned off. You want to do all that you can to, so that's what I use that part for. I just tuck that in there, and then let me see if I can show you. So there we go. So that's going to protect any of those electronics. All of the splashing is going to be over here, right? So that's pretty much how you do it. And then you can see all of the liquid and debris and garbage will go down that hose right there. So we're ready to start the cleaning process, actually. And now we're ready to start in. And you want to apply a liberal amount, and I like to hold it close because I want it to start foaming after it gets in between those coils. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I want it to get in there a little bit before it starts foaming up. This stuff works really well. Look at the dirt, it's already kind of blowing out from those coils. So I'll get up in here as well, obviously. But I want to get this front first. There we go. We're just going to let that sit and soak for probably 15 minutes, something like that. And that should really loosen up all of that dirt and debris. Now, the thing about this coil cleaner, you can see that it is self-rinsing. It says that right on the can. So what does that mean? Essentially, when this unit starts condensating, you have condensate in air conditioner mode, it will actually rinse itself. So it's supposed to loosen up that dirt and then self-rinse that dirt off with just the condensate. I like to use that pump-up sprayer to actually rinse it out myself after I know that this cleaning agent has had time to do its thing. All right, I'll try to show this the best that I can, but basically you just want to pull this hood or bib down a little bit. And what I like to do is I just start spraying that fan, all the fins back up in there. Let me show you what that looks like. Get my light on it here. So there you go. You can actually see that foaming action on the fan right there. That will really break loose all of that dirt and nasty. Here's my screwdriver. And I'll rotate that fan. See that? See how I'm rotating it? Now I can spray that section of the fan. And I've got to do it all the way across too. So I'll spray a little bit and then I'll rotate the fan. Spray a little bit, rotate the fan. And eventually you'll make it all the way back around to where you started. And you really want that to start soaking. I just want to show you before I go any further. Look at the dirt and debris that's actually melting out of that, and it's catching in our bib. That's why you want the bib, folks. While I'm waiting for the coil cleaner to do its job, I want to clean this up. You can see how dirty this has gotten over time. Good grief. So to do that, I'm just going to use these crocodile cloth power scrubs. I love these things. So I'll just start in on that. Alternatively, you could just take it outside and wash it with a water hose. It might come to that. All these little pieces, I'll just wash these off in the sink. No big deal. Clean them up a little bit. Got a brush. I think I'm ready to go ahead and rinse the coils. You can see they're looking pretty good. Look at all that dirt up there, my goodness. So now that dirt, see, is really loose, and with just a little bit of, low pressure water spray, it should loosen it up the rest of the way and clean that out. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I tell you what, let me set my flashlight up here. How about that? That works, right? Get my shield tucked back in here. Okay. See that dirt? Let me try to zoom in on that dirt. Look at that. So this is where you really get to see how well that coil cleaner did. Spray all this off. These coils will look like brand new when it's done. Dirt over here, get rid of it. Coil is looking nice and fresh and clean. It wasn't in horrible shape, surprisingly, so the filters did their job somewhat. But now we need to rinse off that squirrel cage fan, and it's the same procedure, really, folks. You're just gonna take your wand and you just start spraying, or at least that's what I do. Look at all that dirt and debris coming out of there. It is unreal. It'll really wash it off good. And you'll want to do the same thing. You're going to want to twist that fan and turn it. Look at all that coming out of there. Isn't that crazy? Thank goodness for that bib, right? That'd all be in your floor if you didn't have it. Okay, this is the second bucket that I've dumped. So this isn't even as bad as the first one, but look at all that nasty. Ooh, it's all in that mini split. Gross. Now it's time to basically reverse the process. So you take our protective shield or hood down. Nice and clean coils. And just to show you how clean that fan is, you can actually take these two screws out and very delicately lift up, and you can access your squirrel cage fan. Obviously I need to clean a little bit on the bottom of the coil there, but yeah, that fan's clean now. I love it. Always like to wait at least an hour or two after I get the units put back together. That way I can let them kind of dry out a little bit before I turn them on, because there could be a little bit of water on that squirrel cage fan or in the internals a little bit that's going to blow out. But it's been an hour or two, so let's go ahead and kick it back on. Here we go. Hopefully it'll open up and not much water will come out. Looks like it's pretty dry right now. Oh yeah, here we go. Air blowing out. Man, that feels good. Good and cold. Just a couple of drops coming out of it. Nothing major. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're looking at purchasing a Tosot mini split, check the description down below. I've got a link that'll take you directly to everything that Tosot has to offer. And also hit that subscribe button down below. I've got how-to videos and step-by-step videos of our job sites coming out all the time. Really appreciate the support. We'll see you on the next one.